Bro, let's just deep this for a second. Viktor Gyökeres literally just dropped 54 goals and 13 assists in one season.
Viktor Gyökeres. It's Gyokeres!
Those numbers are freakish. He's not just scoring, he's bullying defenders, pressing like a madman, and carrying Sporting on his back. And now, he's actually said he wants to come to Manchester United. Amorim wants him too. Like, this isn't some rumour, the interest is real. But here's where it gets scary. We've seen this movie before. Big physical striker, crazy numbers in a weaker league, looks perfect on paper, and then he hits the Premier League and turns into a ghost. Like, bro, Højlund deja vu is right there. Same profile, same hype, same risk. And now United are about to spend upwards of 70 million euros on a guy who might be another project. Like, this club is hanging by a thread and we're gambling again? Don't get me wrong, the numbers are mad, and Amorim clearly rates him. But the question is, can he actually do it in the Prem? Or are we just getting baited by another stat merchant? Honestly, there's a lot to like about Gyokeres. But there's also some stuff no one's talking about. Let's break it down. Alright, let's give credit where it's due. Because bro, what Gyokeres did last season in the Portuguese league wasn't just impressive, it was ridiculous. 39 league goals, 7 assists, 1.48 goals and assists per 90. That's not just elite, that's absurdly efficient. Sporting won the league. He was leading the line, scoring bangers and pressing like a man possessed. But here's the bit that really matters for United fans. Amorim's system is built on intensity, pressing, verticality, link-up, runners from midfield, and Gyokeres fits that perfectly. He's not a poacher just waiting in the box. He's not lazy. He's not hiding. He's involved, dropping deep, carrying the ball, dragging defenders out of position, and then exploding into the box like an absolute menace. Bro, he averages over 4.27 progressive carries per 90, which is pretty insane to be honest. He's literally what Ten Hag wanted Højlund to be last year, but this time, Amorim already knows how to use him. They've cooked together before. That chemistry, it's already there. And let's be real, we've spent years crying out for a proper striker. One who presses, creates space, finishes chances, and doesn't go missing for 6 weeks. So when you look at it from that angle, yeah, maybe this is the guy. But it's never that simple with United because now we need to talk about the biggest concern. Here's where we've got to stop the hype train for a second and be completely honest with ourselves, because this is the question on everyone's mind. Is Gyokeres just another Højlund? And I get it. It sounds lazy. Big Scandinavian striker, physical, rapid, presses well, scored goals in a weaker league. It's the same CV, but let's not pretend there aren't some real concerns. First off, the first touch. Bro, I'm telling you, this is what's getting people nervous. You watch some of the comps, and yeah, the goals are there, but sometimes that first touch is a crime scene. It bounces, it runs away from him, and you're just sitting there thinking, that's not gonna fly in the Premier League. You don't get 3 seconds on the ball in this league. You get slapped by players like Calvin Bassey and end up losing it. And let's not lie, we've already been here with Højlund. The build-up issues, the poor link-up, the struggle to play with his back to goal, and now we're looking at Gyokeres like he's magically going to be different. If we just deep it for a second, he's never played in a league with this much intensity, this many low blocks, this much pressure. Can he score when we have 70% possession and 10 men behind the ball? Can he link with Cunha and Mbeumo in tight spaces? Can he handle the weekly grind of playing away at somewhere like Selhurst Park and getting clattered for 90 minutes? That's the thing. In Portugal, he's got space. He's a transition monster. But at United, that space doesn't exist. You have to create it with movement, IQ, timing, not just power and running. And then there's the money. We're talking about spending 70 million plus euros on a guy who's never played in a top 5 league, who might struggle with the exact same things we just watched sink Højlund's season. So, yeah. Maybe he's not a carbon copy, but bro, if we don't ask these questions now, we're just setting ourselves up to get burnt again. Now let me just say something that might sound mad to a lot of United fans. Me personally, I would have gone for Liam Delap. Yeah, I know, the guy from Ipswich who's not even hit 20 goals, The same one some of you lot think isn't even Premier League level? Nah bro, just hear me out. First of all, he's a Manchester City academy product. And say what you want about City, but one thing they do better than almost anyone is produce elite level, well-rounded players. Rico Lewis, Cole Palmer, Lavia, they all come through that system with intelligence, technique and tactical awareness drilled into them from day one. Delap's been loaned out, Stoke, Hull, now Ipswich, and yeah, it hasn't been all perfect, but that's experience. That's 70 plus senior games in the Championship, one of the most physical leagues in Europe, against grown men fighting for promotion every week. That's real learning, real development, and the actual footballing profile, way more polished than people think. His link-up play, better than Gyokeres. His technical ability in tight spaces, better than Gyokeres. Bro, just watch him. He drops in, receives under pressure, lays it off, spins in behind. That's the kind of stuff that makes your attack click. I mean, yeah, he hasn't bagged 39 goals, but he's been doing it for Ipswich. Not sporting, not with the best team in the league. He's doing it in a system that doesn't spoon-feed him, and he's still making things happen. And here's the big thing. He's Premier League proven. He's been in this environment. He's played against these defenders. He knows the speed, the tempo, the physicality, and he can cope. Look, I'm not saying Delap is the finished article. He's still raw, still young. But if you're telling me we're gambling on a striker this summer, I'd rather take my chances on a 22-year-old English talent with Premier League and Championship experience who's technically sound and still has his best years ahead of him, than go all in on a 26-year-old who might just be a Portuguese league merchant. It's just mad that Chelsea have already got him and we're asleep at the wheel again. I think he's going to absolutely cook next season with Chelsea, trust me. But yeah man, that's just my opinion in it. You lot, let me know what you think in the comments. So yeah, when you really look at Gyokeres, the goals, the link-up, the pressing, it's all there. He is a serious baller, and with Amorim backing him, you just know the move makes sense on paper. But that's the thing, this is Manchester United. It's not about paper, it's about the Premier League, it's about pressure, it's about delivering when it matters. And I'm telling you now, we can't afford another flop up front. Because if Gyokeres comes in and turns out to just be another Højlund, if we drop another 70 million on a striker who can't control the ball under pressure, then that's on Amorim, that's on the owners, and it might just set us back another 2 years. So let me ask you this, is Gyokeres the real deal, or are we all falling for another hype job in a weak league? Drop your thoughts in the comments, I want to know what you lot think.